Joining me now on the news to discuss this is Felix Morka, APC National Publicity Secretary and UNISA. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay, who do I have on now? Is it UNISA or Morka?
It's Morka, Felix Morka.
All right, Morka, thank you very much for joining us. Let's begin by understanding your reaction to this peace accord. This is not the first time that peace accord is signed in Nigeria.
Yes, you're right. It's not the first time. As a matter of fact, it's become a culture now, part of our political culture, our electoral culture, for parties to come together to agree to keep the peace, to ensure that throughout all of the stages of the election, that the candidates and their supporters and members of their parties abide by the rules of the Electoral Act. And, of course, to eschew violence in their engagements, in their campaigns. Also to avoid, incitement of members against their opponents. Basically to ensure that our elections are conducted, to the utmost standards of civility.
All right, staying with you, your party's flag bearer was absent at the event, and this has raised conversations both online and offline. How do you react to this? What could be his reason for not being at that seemingly important accord?
Well, the candidate was obviously unavailable to attend the event today. But, his running mate, our vice presidential candidate, was at the event and did participate in the signing ceremony. The national chairman of our party was also at the event to also participate. Yes, so I can say that even though our candidate was absent, he was, effectively represented at this very important event.
I mean, many Nigerians will wonder if the person who is in charge, who should be the candidate in the election, is not present. There might be missed impression as to how important he thinks that accord is. What would you say to people like that?
No, I don't think there's any meaning, any extra or extraordinary meaning to be read into his absence. He's just one individual. And as you can imagine, this is really the start of the campaign season. Before now, I believe he was committed to quite a number of other engagements, which were established perhaps before this date was chosen. His absence is not to be read as in any way belittling or not treating this as important. As a matter of fact, he monitored the entire event, and I believe that the officials, the running mate, and our national chairman who were at the event, we keep him properly briefed of the outcomes of this signing ceremony.
All right, with stiff competition from other parties, we have new parties emerging, new candidates seeming to wanting to give you a run for the money. What strategy are you going to deploy if you want to win votes of the electorate?
Look, we are in this to win. In the last two presidential elections, we came out on top. And I believe that, our government has done, enough, if you will, at this time, measured against all of the standards of accomplishment to justify the run we are about to, undertake. And we have a new candidate who is, putting everything, on offer to the electorate to, try to persuade them to renew the mandate they gave to us first in 2015 and now in 2019. Yes, of course. There are enormous challenges ahead for any government to solve. But I think that this party and its candidates are committed to doing everything that is necessary to resolve a number of some of the outstanding issues that we're faced with as a government.
All right, Mr. Felix Morka, APC National Publicity Secretary, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.